the failure to implement the Geneva communique has meant that at least 110,000 other innocent people have now died, and 2.3 million more people have had to flee as refugees, including a staggering 1 million children. These facts should be seared into our consciences. They are a devastating reminder of the human cost of this war, and they give overriding urgency to the task before us. For we can be absolutely certain that if this peace process fails, then thousands more innocent Syrians will pay the price. I urge both Syrian delegations to approach these negotiations in that spirit, recognizing that the entire future of Syria is at stake. And the Syrian government bears a particular responsibility for this crisis and can do the most to end it. I call on them to commit themselves to the aim of a mutually agreed settlement and to stop actions on the ground which undermine the negotiations. All of us who've endorsed the Geneva communique know what the goal is: a transitional governing body in Syria with full executive powers, formed by mutual consent, which means no one included without the agreement of the others, including a president who has destroyed his own legitimacy. And we know what the steps are that are needed to reach that goal, including a firm timetable for a Syria-led transition, for a future for Syria that is genuinely democratic and pluralistic, and ceasefire agreements enabling immediate and full humanitarian access. The transition in Syria should also include full participation for women, as set out in the Geneva communique. As the UK, we would have liked to have seen a formal role for Syrian women's groups and civil society at this meeting. But I welcome the Secretary General and Mr. Brahimi's strong support for the inclusion of women in both delegations. There can be no lasting settlement in Syria that does not involve Syria's women at every stage of the process. And as the UK, we will work to achieve their full participation in this process. These talks are only the start of a process that will require commitment and courage, but I urge both sides to remain at the negotiating table. And to them I say, this is your opportunity to put an end to the devastation of your country. Now is the time to choose to save a generation of Syrian children from violence and trauma, to end the sieges being laid to ancient towns and cities, to begin to repair the rich fabric of Syrian society, and to spare millions of refugees the prospect of years of exile, homelessness, and deprivation. We have no illusions about how difficult and challenging this process is likely to be, but we should all do everything possible to help the people of Syria achieve peace.